And today we have some new patch notes in Atlas. This was an unexpected patch. It dropped on a Friday night. I don't think anyone was really prepared for it, but we're going to read our way through it, and then at the end I will just say a few words about what I think. So news first, opinion later. This new patch introduced the new lawless claim system to both PvP server and the PvE server. Since this was done without wiping first, that meant that players could log on before other players owning ships and structures were online and place down a claim tower, which would then claim everything within it. And in the case of ships, if they were in an armored shipyard, it would claim the ships within. So many people were not ready for this patch to drop when it did, so I just wanted to say if you are one of those people who lost all of your stuff because this patch dropped when it did, I am so sorry to hear that. It's never fun to lose things in a survival game when it's not through actual PvP or competition. In this case, it was just whoever could get on sooner. And to top that all off, there are huge network issues going on that are still unresolved and we are waiting to be solved. As it says here, the developers say that they have decided that this will be the final patch before the wipe. So basically, this patch is going to test out the claims on the servers, and then once they've got everything figured out, they're going to wipe it. So it is very unfortunate that so many people lost so many things, but just keep in mind that there is going to be a wipe soon, and you'll be able to start over fresh. Now, coupled with the fact that we have a new map incoming at some point, there's a chance we're all going to be starting over completely fresh with no idea how anything is set up, which honestly I kind of like. Kind of hoping the new map is going to flow better than the current one we have. But anyway, let's get on to the actual patch notes. So here we go, version 523.8. New system area claiming. New tower types have been added to claim land in lawless regions. Claiming gives ownership over an area, preventing any other companies from building there. A new claim also gives ownership over any buildings in its area. Destroying the tower removes the build prevention and allows anyone else to claim the area and its contents. The claimed area is visible on the map. Claim towers may be seen through concealment with the spyglass. Claim towers cost island points, starting at 4 and maxing around 8. May claim armored docks and the ships inside them. New structure, land claim tower. This tower must be placed on land. When first placed, it will start at 10% health and slowly repairs itself, and upon reaching 100% health, will lay claim to the surrounding area of land. Claiming takes about 45 minutes. Slowly repairs itself. 45 minutes. Sorry. Claiming takes about 45 minutes without interference. Enemies may damage the claim tower while it is building to slow its progress or destroy it. Players may repair the tower for 2% health every 5 seconds, which costs 100 gold, they say. If a competing tower is built within the radius before this tower is complete, it is immediately destroyed. New structure, water claim tower. This tower must be placed within already claimed water. It extends the claim radius out to sea to protect your harbors. Claiming takes about 30 minutes without interference, may be repaired like the land claim tower. We're getting a new saddle for seahorses. The seahorse saddle can be crafted in the tannery after learning the underwater taming skill and the beast mastery tree. An equipped seahorse saddle is now required to ride a seahorse. Crafting resources are 40 fiber, 75 hide, and 20 organic paste. And now we have some changes to the new ships, which in my opinion were much needed, so let's see what they did. For the Majestic Kraken, cannon damage was increased from 150 to 160%. Starting crew was increased from 14 to 22. Awesome. Dried tentacle cost reduced from 75 to 50. Bug fix, deck widened on the middle level of the Majestic Kraken to cover the gap between the outer walls and the deck, and cosmetic Kraken meshes should no longer disappear. Now on to the ramming galley. Cannon damage increased from 125 to 140%. Starting crew increased from 14 to 18. Front castle, rear castle, and gunport railings now appear damaged when at low health. That is so important. Bug fix. Leaking HUD text no longer appears when gunport railings are heavily damaged. And now a bit about ship respecking. A ship respec option is now available in the ship stat menu. Ship respecs cost 2,500 gold, which is consumed from the player's inventory. Ships can be respecced once every 48 hours. A ship must be fully anchored in order to respec. Increase the height of the lowermost deck on the ramming galley and Majestic Kraken. This allows taller structures such as the food larder to be placed. Rope ladders and wall hooks may now be placed on sails on the ramming galley and Majestic Kraken. As far as markets go, trade preferences of other markets can now be viewed by selecting the View Trade Offers option in the settings drop-down for each available market, and a bug fix is that markets can no longer be placed on ships. Teams and creatures. Increased feeding radius for bola and trapped elephants. Crows can now equip hats. Fabulous. Bug fix Heavy Cyclops helmet is now positioned correctly on parrots. Miscellaneous. NPCs will no longer target grenades. Some blueprint craft counts increased at higher quality tiers. The single-player map on PC has been updated to include sea forts and ship Salesman Island. Bug fix Army of the Damned Treasure Guards should no longer spawn underneath structures. Antidote no longer disappears from the Mortar and Pestle. Crossing grids in single player should no longer cause the game to crash. Resolved issue where properties in GameUserSettings.ini were reverted to their default settings on private servers. So those are the patch notes. Obviously, the glaring issue here is the debacle that happened last night with the land claim towers on the official servers. Tons of people were able to get in and claim other people's structures simply by placing a claim tower around them, since the actual owners hadn't had a chance to get online yet. And the network has been screwing up quite a bit, so not everyone has been able to get online and claim their things. I know a lot of people who have lost things. I've been watching the Discord. Not only that, but apparently bigger companies are spamming claim towers all over the place, since it only costs 4 to 8 island points to put claim towers down. So people are just spreading out their points and just claiming whole islands. I just wanted to talk a little bit beyond the fact about how badly I feel for everyone who lost things. I just wanted to talk about future implications of this claim system. Unfortunately, PvE server did experience things being able to be stolen, which isn't what people are looking for on PvE. This is awful and shouldn't have happened. But the good news is that now that this patch is out of the way, there will be a wipe incoming, which means everyone can reset and start fresh, and this claim system won't have the same implications as it does now for players on PvE server. You will just have to be mindful of having a claim tower around all of your structures to make sure that no one comes in and just plops a claim tower down and you lose your things. As far as PvP goes, in my opinion, this makes it 10 times harder for small groups and solo players to get along in the game, which I find very interesting because the last Q&A mentioned how interested the developers were in giving solo and small group players a place in the world of Atlas. So it's very contradictory. Another thing I'm very surprised at is that this system in PvP basically bypasses having to wait out the ship claim timer. So if you're wanting someone else's ship and you go and you start the 6 hours it is to claim a ship, but now you can just find a ship that you want that is in an armored dock, take down the claim tower protecting it, and then place your own claim tower over it, and voila, you have a ship. So this bypasses the ship claim timer, and it also makes armored docks really, really redundant and lawless. What we don't know is if this claim system is going to eventually be implemented for the whole map, or if it's just going to be a lawless thing. If it's going to be implemented for the whole map, then I ask you, in PvP, what's the point of having an armored dock? Because now it is a vessel to steal ships instead of actually protect them. The team added one thing to help protect players' ships and goods, and now that same thing they added is being used to claim those things. It just doesn't make sense to me. As far as island spam goes, I do think this system is going to improve the whole spamming of structures issue, besides the fact that claim towers themselves are now being spammed, which I also find is a little funny. Now you'll have to have farmhouses or the automated structures within a claim tower if you want them to be protected and not stolen. So if you want to put one down, you should have a claim tower with it, which means you will be restricted based on your island points. But the caveat to that, as I said earlier, is larger companies are pooling all of their points together and could easily take large amounts of land, which I still think is not really fun for solo or small group players. I'm definitely planning on digging more in detail with all of this claim stuff, but I don't want to do that until I can get on the official PvE and test it out myself. And I'm going to wait for the wipe to do that. I mean, obviously I can't play right now because of the network issues, but I want to start fresh and see how all of this works from beginning to end. So that is our new patch, as well as a quick bit of opinion from me. This game is such a crazy ride. Anyway, expect more content on all of this once I can get in and test it. Again, I'm so sorry to those of you who lost things unexpectedly and didn't have a chance to defend yourselves. That really sucks, and it is not a fun or rewarding way to play this game. As I said, the only light of the tunnel is that a wipe will be incoming soon, which means we'll all be back on the same fresh slate again. I will be keeping my eyes peeled for more things I can update you all about, but until then, this is me signing off. As always, the links to my socials are in the description box down below. I hope you are enjoying your games, whatever it is you may be playing, although you're probably not playing Atlas right now because of the network issues. But I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you all in the next video.